Hello and welcome once again, I'm delighted to say, back to Life Without Shakers. It's been a while, seems to have been. For one reason or another, I've found it difficult to find the time this year to actually get out and do any walks. I've only been to the Lake District twice in the last 12 months, and one of those was a bit of a write-off because I abandoned the walk before I even got to the first summit because of the weather, so it's doubtful that video will ever see the light of day. Anyway, today I am setting off from Longnor, just south of Buxton, for a pub walk. You may remember rather I started a pub walk series and then it quickly got abandoned because the world went over speed bump about 2 months later and all the pubs were closed for the best part of a year, so that didn't help. But anyway, today we've got a 7-mile circuit between Longnor and Crowdecote via Earl Sterndale. But as far as pubs go, I'm not quite sure it'll be that successful, because apparently the first pub listed in my book is the Quiet Woman at Earl Sterndale, and that appears to have never reopened since the pandemic. Second pub is the Pack Horse in Crowdecote. That is definitely open because I checked that online. And the third pub is the Grapes in Longnor, which is definitely non-existent anymore because I've just parked near there. But luckily Longnor does have at least one other pub which is open. But on the other hand, it might be closed when I get back because it is a Sunday and it closes after 3 o'clock for a few hours. So I'm not expecting that much in terms of pub action, but we'll see what we get. Let's enjoy the scenery on the way. I'll just show you a clip of this nice steep muddy path that I'm walking down. The guidebook does actually offer a alternative route to avoid this. I wonder why. I wish I'd taken it. Well, I've never been quite so pleased to walk down a stretch of busy tarmac road, but that mud was pretty horrid. Really should have used the alternative route, but hey, we're off it now. Perhaps I should have explained the walk a bit more. The book calls it Exploring Peatland's Coral Reefs, a circular walk astride the geological divide between the gritstone and limestone country of the Upper Dove Valley. Here, former limestone corals are well preserved as a series of sharp hills, and in the warmer seasons the dramatic scenery is complemented by an abundance of wildflowers. But this is mid-November, so there won't be any of that going on. Okay, here's the public footpath, which is the route we're going, and here's the gate. Barring the way, or so you'd think. A strange gate. Brand new concrete and a brand new gate. It's not actually going across anything. Instead we go through the little stile onto another muddy footpath. This is lovely. Sounds in the valley of a farmer herding sheep using nothing more than his car, and the river dove meandering in the valley bottom with some lovely little limestone hills framing the view. Just looking at some of these hills around here, they do look lovely. Quite perky little ones, so it shouldn't take too long to climb up, but you'll have an amazing view, I reckon. It might be something for another day, a nice summer day, but for late autumn, a little low level walk through the valleys, visiting some pubs is Just what the doctor ordered. Hey, as I traverse the lower slopes of Hitter Hill, the sun has made an appearance, which is nice. It was sunny when I set off. When I got here, it was all foggy, but that's cleared, and it's going to be a lovely afternoon. And after about 2.5 miles, our first objective hoves into view. This is Earl Sterndale. And here should have been our first stop. A quiet woman. But sadly, the signs outside say it all. Did actually read online that sadly the landlord died during one or other of the lockdowns, so the pub never reopened, which is a shame. So it looks like it was a lovely pub inside, serving some decent ales. Apparently it got its name after a former publican who chopped his wife's head off because she kept nagging him. And indeed, as it says on the sign, soft words turneth away wrath. A lovely headless woman on the picture. But sadly, currently, it is no more. Right, I'm from Earl Sterndale, traversed the other side of Hitter Hill, and now we come to this descent down towards Crowdecote, and well, quite frankly, the view is breathtaking in this light, which you probably can't actually see because I'm filming directly into the sun, but take my word for it, it's wonderful. And before you know it, here is Crowdecote. Let's go and find the pub. And here is the second of today's pubs. Well, the first one which I'm actually able to go in. It's the Pack Horse Inn. Let's see what beery goodness they've got on. Well, this is an outrage. It's 2 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, and this pub's bloody closed as well. That's not as advertised. This is the problem now, because I was going to have lunch there, and now I'm going to be starving, and now by the time I get back to Longnor, the other one's going to be closed. This is a bit of a disaster as far as pub walks go, isn't it? Across the River Dove. Looking slightly wider than it was when we crossed it a little further upstream. And now we've got a choice of routes. I believe we take the middle one. I've rather unexpectedly ended up back in Longnor a little earlier than I expected to. My watch tells me I've only just passed 6 miles, but the book said it should be at 6.8. I don't appear to have taken a shortcut anywhere. In fact, I seem to have taken a few wrong turnings. But the thing is, hopefully, that's in time for a pint. And here we are back in Longnor, our marketplace. And this building, I believe, according to the pictures, is what used to be the Grapes, which is the pub listed in my book. That's the one to visit. Which is clearly not a pub, hasn't been for a while. Across the road, we've got one called Marston's, which doesn't look to be too open. And there's a Horseshoe Inn, which again looks like a relic of the past. All of which just leaves is the Cheshire cheese, which apparently is open until 3, so hopefully they're still serving. A well-deserved reward at the end of the day's walk. Pint of Cascade IPA from Robinson's outside Geology Cheshire Cheese in Longnor. I think I was rushing on Julie actually. From when I wanted to decide it might just be in the food offering that stopped serving at 3 o'clock rather than the whole pub. Not to wait. Made it back, and at least one of the 3 pubs was open. So once again, thanks for watching and cheers.